There's a silent thief that sneaks into a man's life, usually right around the time he hits his 50s. It doesn't steal your wallet. It doesn't take your home. It steals something far more valuable: your confidence, your vitality, and your intimate connection with the person you love most. You know the feeling, the frustration, the quiet shame when your body simply refuses to respond the way it used to. The nagging worry in the back of your mind that maybe your best years are behind you. But here is the harsh, unspoken truth that most men never hear until it's too late. What is happening in the bedroom is not just about your pride. It is an alarm bell going off inside your body. It is your heart screaming for help. I'm a doctor of medical science and a practicing urologist, and today I'm going to tell you a medical truth that could save your marriage, and more importantly, save your life. Weak erections and clogged arteries are not two separate problems. They are the exact same disease, just showing up in different parts of your body at different times. But what if I told you that the solution isn't necessarily a little blue pill that masks the symptom? What if you could target the root cause of the plaque in your arteries and the weakness in your blood flow using a simple, natural protocol that costs less than $1 a day? By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why your plumbing is failing, and I'm going to give you the exact recipe for a $1 daily drink that is scientifically proven to clear out the rust, open up your blood vessels, and bring the life back to your most important organs. Put your wallet away, grab a pen, and let's get to work. To fix the problem, we first have to respect it. For decades, men have treated erectile dysfunction as a mechanical failure of the penis. But as a urologist, I look at the body differently. Think of the old coal miners. They used to carry a canary in a cage down into the mines. If the air became toxic, the canary would stop singing and faint long before the miners could even smell the gas. The canary was the early warning system. Gentlemen, your penis is the canary in the coal mine for your heart. Here's the science. Your blood vessels are lined with a miraculous microscopic layer of cells called the endothelium. The job of the endothelium is to produce a gas called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the master key to your vascular system. It tells your blood vessels to relax, to open up, and to let blood rush in. Without nitric oxide, you cannot get an erection. Period. And without nitric oxide, your arteries become stiff, rigid, and prone to sticky plaque buildup. The arteries in your penis are tiny, only about 1 to 2 millimeters wide. The arteries in your heart are much larger, about 3 to 4 millimeters. So, when your endothelium gets damaged by aging, stress, poor diet, or high blood pressure, where do you think the blockages show up first? In the smallest pipes. Clinical studies show that men who develop unexplained erectile dysfunction have a drastically increased risk of suffering a major heart attack within 3 to 5 years. The weak erection is the canary dying. It's your body telling you that the main pipes to your heart are next. Now, you might be thinking, Doc, I'll just take Viagra or Cialis. Problem solved. As a urologist, I prescribe PDE5 inhibitors. That's the medical term for those pills. All the time. They are wonderful medications. But you need to understand what they do and what they don't do. Taking a pill for ED without fixing your arteries is like putting a piece of black tape over the check engine light on your dashboard and pretending the car is fine. Those pills work by keeping the pathways open for longer, but they require your body to produce nitric oxide in the first place. If your endothelium is shot, and your arteries are clogged, eventually the pills will stop working. They don't unclog the plaque. They don't heal the blood vessels. They just force the broken system to work overtime for a few hours. We need to heal the endothelium. We need to turn the nitric oxide factory back on. And we can do that right in your kitchen. This brings us to the $1 drink. It's not a rare herb from the Himalayas. It's not an expensive, overhyped supplement. It relies on a biological pathway called the Nitrate-Nitrite-Nitric Oxide pathway. The hero of our story is the humble beetroot. Beets are one of the most concentrated sources of inorganic nitrates on the planet. When you consume dietary nitrates, a fascinating chain reaction happens in your body. First, you drink the beet juice. Second, friendly bacteria living on the back of your tongue take those nitrates and convert them into nitrites. Side note, stop using harsh alcohol-based mouthwashes. They kill these good bacteria, completely destroying this process and actually raising your blood pressure. Third, you swallow those nitrites, and the acid in your stomach, along with enzymes in your blood, convert them into pure nitric oxide. The result, your blood vessels rapidly dilate. Blood pressure drops, arterial stiffness is reduced, and blood flow is aggressively directed to the extremities, including the pelvic region, providing the exact mechanism needed for strong, reliable erections. But beet juice alone isn't the complete drink. We need a catalyst. We add fresh lemon juice. Why? Because nitric oxide is a highly unstable molecule. It degrades in your bloodstream very quickly due to oxidative stress and free radicals. The massive dose of vitamin C, ascorbic acid, from the fresh lemon acts as a shield. It protects the nitric oxide, extending its life in your bloodstream, allowing it to scrub those arteries and keep those vessels wide open for hours longer. Here is the exact protocol to get the maximum clinical benefit. You don't need to spend $50 on fancy powdered supplements unless you want the convenience. You can make this fresh for pennies. The base is 4 to 6 ounces of pure cold-pressed beetroot juice. Make sure it has no added sugar. If you are blending it yourself, half of a medium raw beet is perfect. The catalyst is the juice of half a fresh lemon. And the optional but recommended optimizer is a tiny pinch of black pepper or a slice of raw ginger. This aids in gastric absorption and adds an extra anti-inflammatory kick. When do you drink it? Timing is everything. Nitric oxide levels peak in your blood about 2 to 3 hours after you consume dietary nitrates. If your goal is cardiovascular health and lowering blood pressure, drink this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. If your goal is performance in the bedroom, consume this drink roughly 2 hours before intimacy. Medical disclaimer: because this drink is so effective at lowering blood pressure, if you are currently taking prescription blood pressure medications or ED medications like Viagra, consult your doctor first. The combination can drop your blood pressure too low. That's how powerful this food-based intervention actually is. Drink this every day for 2 weeks and you will feel a difference. You'll feel it in your morning energy, in your workouts, and you will absolutely feel it in the bedroom. But I have to be honest with you. If you drink this miracle juice, but you continue to smoke a pack a day, sleep 4 hours a night, and eat highly processed sugars, you are bailing water out of a sinking boat with a teaspoon. To permanently unclog your arteries and regain your youthful vascular health, combine the $1 drink with these 3 non-negotiable rules. Number 1. Walk vigorously for 30 minutes a day. The physical sheer stress of blood pumping through your veins literally triggers your endothelium to produce more nitric oxide. Number 2. Protect your sleep. Testosterone is produced in the REM and deep stages of sleep. Poor sleep equals low testosterone, which equals low libido, regardless of your blood flow. Number 3. Ditch the refined sugar. High blood sugar acts like tiny shards of glass in your bloodstream, scraping and destroying the very endothelial lining we are trying to heal. Getting older is mandatory. Feeling old, losing your edge, and surrendering your intimacy? That is a choice. Your body is an incredibly resilient machine. It wants to heal, it wants to thrive, but it needs you to give it the right tools. By understanding the connection between your heart and your erections, you are taking the power back. You are no longer ignoring the canary in the coal mine. You are feeding it, healing it, and saving yourself in the process. Start tomorrow morning. Go to the store, buy some beets and some lemons. Commit to the drink for 14 days. Listen to your body as the blood flow returns, the morning erections come back, and the brain fog lifts. You've got this. If you found this medical breakdown valuable, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss our deep dives into men's health, longevity, and vitality.